Good morning, everyone. Courage to Change, March 28th. Here we are, going live, getting it done. What happens when I physically hold on tightly to something? I turn my head away. I squeeze my eyes shut. My knuckles ache as my fists clench. Fingernails bite into my palms. I exhaust myself. I hurt. On the other hand, when I trust God to give me what I need, I let go. I face forward. My hands are free for healthy, loving, and enjoyable activities. I find unexpected reserves of energy. My eyes open to see fresh opportunities, many of which have been there all along. Before I complain about my suffering, I might do well to examine myself. I may be surprised by the amount of pain I can release by simply letting go. Sorry. Today's reminder, how much can God give me if I'm not open to receive? When I hold on to a problem, a fear, or a resentment, I shut myself off to the help that's available to me. I will loosen my grip on something today. I will let go and let God. Well, I like the reading a lot. Let go, let God. And I like how they explain it in a physical aspect. You know, this is a pretty specific thing that they're saying here about what happens when I physically hold on tightly to something. What happens physically, you know, they explain, I turn my head away, I squeeze my eyes shut, my knuckles ache. For me, what happens is I find that I'm clenching my jaw. I do that, and I have a very square jaw anyway. And someone told me, you're going to have to figure out how to, like, not hold your tension in your jaw. You're going to get TMJ or TJM or whatever, you know, TJM. And so when I'm like that, first thing I do is I know, because I clench down on the back of my, like, bracing myself. Have you ever been in a car accident and you can see the car coming and you brace yourself? That's kind of how I feel. When I'm resisting something, when I'm worried about something, I brace myself, right? My shoulders, even my, like when I'm sitting, my bottom will tense up. I just kind of, I think that's what it is. I'm preparing myself for like the worst or to not be hurt. And I think that's a survival thing. And it takes a while to, you know, let that go. But those are my first signs. Like when I'm driving, if I start thinking about something and it's like I'm getting all in there, right? I can tell because I'm actually physically, like, my jaw's starting to clench, and I go, wait, relax. And I go, and I can feel like every muscle was pulled tight and I didn't know it. Right? It's just like an automatic response. And I've never put it that way before, but I really, this morning, it's really dawned on me. I think it's very much, like I said, like a car accident. I'm preparing myself. I'm preparing myself for the worst, right? I have no faith, and I've got it, right? The best part of this program for me has been, right, letting go of the responsibility for everybody else's reaction, letting go of everybody else's, you know, doing things to have more energy. I literally have more time. I just kind of relax into it. I mean, you know, I say this all the time, and people think it's kind of funny, but you know that song when you're a kid, they teach you that song, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Well, you row downstream, right? You don't row upstream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Go with the flow. Let's see what happens today, right? Merrily, 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 right? Happy, because it's all going to work out. And I think that's what that song really means. And for me, it's, somebody said to me when I first got to the program, they said, why are you chasing life? Why don't you relax and let life come to you? And I was like, wow, that feels good. That just felt good. Talk about the physical. I immediately unclenched my jaw. I thought, oh my God, let life dictate to me instead of me dictating to life. This has got to happen, and this has got to happen, and this has got to happen, or I'm not going to be happy. And what I found is I have to be happy now. There's a whole, I don't know if you're into metaphysics, but there's a whole metaphysical thing about, when I say metaphysical, I'm not saying, woo, I'm saying the laws of the universe are that, we are already the person we want to become. We have to just start being that in the moment. Like it's here right now. Time is an illusion, right? So today, how can I relax and let life dictate to me? How can I let God or my divine creator, the universal laws of things, work things out on their own? I mean, I get in this thing where I think this has got to happen or it's going to be wrong. Not, no one's going to be happy. People are going to be upset, blah, 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 blah. And really, it'd all be happening if I wasn't here. If I lived in Italy right now, everything that's going on here in Palm Springs would still be going on, and it would work out just fine, one way or another, the way it's supposed to. So it's given me a sense of relief, and I can feel it physically in my body. I no longer, I used to have such a tight jaw. I would take a towel and roll it, twist it all up. If you have this problem, try this. I twisted it all up, and then I folded it in half, and I stuck it in my mouth, and I pressed, and I put all the tension into that towel. And I took the towel out. It was like hard as a rock. All the tension had gone into that towel, and it released my jaw. Well, I don't have to do that anymore because everything's working out just the way it's supposed to, right? If I can just kind of relax and go gently down the stream. Let's just see what happens today. And I'm telling you, the amount of energy, it says that in here, that you have you have like energy. What did they say about it? My hands are free for healthy, loving, blah, blah, blah. It just says, I thought it says about, I thought it said that about it. You just get this energy. You get a sense of everything's okay. And that's the best thing about believing in God. I had this friend once that said, hey, if I get to the end of the road and I find out there's no God, doesn't bother me. Made my road easier. And, I believe that. If we can just turn it over, trust God, let go, row gently down the stream, don't row upstream, just kind of chillax, as the kids say, and see what happens today. See what God has in store. But you are going to miss the things that God has in store for you if you are, you know what I mean? If you are busy orchestrating your life and everybody around you and what should happen, and you think you know what's going to happen, you're going to miss the signs. Like you're going to miss the bonus round, right? And I have to get out of that. Everything's okay. There has been times in the last couple of weeks, I'm helping someone sell their house and downsize into a smaller house, and they're elderly, and I'm kind of doing everything, and I'm helping, and I overbooked, and I got my own stuff going, and I'm supposed to talk to this woman from Thailand, and I'm supposed to do this, and I'm right, and I found myself going and I thought, wait a minute, what the hell? Nothing's wrong. Nothing's changed. It's just a few extra things on my to-do list. And if I don't do them, no one's going to show up and take me to didn't get your to-do list done jail. You know what I mean? It's the stuff I do to myself. I put this stuff on myself, and it's impossible to meet up to my own expectations. I don't know how I expect other people to meet my expectations when I can't even do it myself. I mean, I have these ideals that are just impossible. And I need to leave people alone today. And I could use a day of leaving myself alone, right? I find myself really just relaxing into the moment, really just see what's going to happen. And what's amazing to me is some of the things I'm so worried about work themselves out or they disappear. Didn't even need my time and attention, right? So I'm going to put a priority on what I need to do today, which is meetings, my meditation, asking God for some help. And I'm going to drink my coffee and I'm going to get things done. I'm just going to see what happens and roll through it. And that's the best way for someone like me to live, because I will plow through people. I will steamroll over people, and I think that they are going to thank me because I've helped them, right? I'm the most obnoxious kind of codependent. I want an award. I want a parade, right? So, and people are like, oh my God, here comes Karen. Shit. Break's over. We got shit to do. So I'm just going to try to take it easy today. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow.